Welcome to episode 11 of Brutally Honest. This is Ricky.
Lloyd.
This is Darren from liftsnlibations.
So, Liberations, we have a guest here. Can you tell us what made you start? Tell us about yourself.
Well, let's see. I went to school for graphic design and graduated my bachelor's at UTEP. And then, but throughout the entire time I was going to school, even before that, I was bartending. And I went from bouncing to bar back to bartender to craft cocktail bartending. So I mean that's basically like you're really into it. You're getting you're using more ingredients. You're tasting a lot of things. You're basically a chef, you're cooking, So and throughout that whole time too, I also worked out. And I kept track of I was always in the YouTube into YouTube fitness scene, all the people that would talk on there, and follow people on Instagram, stuff like that. So I don't know, I kind of wanted to do my own thing, so I started doing this thing with my friend Matt, called Dice Cocktails, but it just kind of it was supposed to be us taking pictures of cocktails, doing stuff, and it kind of fizzled out though. So this Lifts and Libations, it was supposed to be, it started off as I wanted to do something about drinking, and then also promoting working out and stuff like that.
All right.
Yeah. So.
So what? I know you said from bouncer. That's a big jump, going from bouncer to server to cocktails, and why did you go that route instead of more a security? Or starting your own security firm?
No, because I never liked bouncing. I hated bouncing. Yeah, because that requires you to be can you cuss on here? Yeah, it requires you to be an asshole. You know what I mean? All right, cool. And that wasn't really my thing. You know what I mean? I hated just I never really liked to blow up on people, and I've done it. And the times that I do it, I hate it. So I was you know what? I should be behind the bar and get other people to, blow up for me. I have to bouncer take care of that. And I basically just started doing the craft cocktail thing because as when you start getting a little bit older and you're a dude that you want to bartend, then you have to kind of bring something to the table that not a lot of people do. So that's why it's good to compete at different different competitions, get your name out there, learn a lot of drinks, learn all the flavors. So that's kind of why I did it. And it's also creative aspects. Like I said, I was an artist, graduated UTEP, so it helps that creative thing that you have when you're an artist, it kind of being a cocktail maker or bartender, that kind of it's along the same lines. You're being creative, you're making stuff. You know what I mean?
So I guess it would fall in putting different ingredients, different little things to make one final product for the consumer or whatever.
So let me ask you this: do you think now, especially the way bartending is, it's harder for a male to find a bartender job?
Yeah. If you notice, the bars that make the most money are EPTX and 30 Sanchez. And if you look at their employees, they're mostly female, except for the guys. It's easy for a guy to be a bouncer.
Easy.
Yeah, easy. I used to go into jobs and I was go to apply, and some people are oh, you're here to apply for security. I'm like, no, I don't want to apply for security. I'm not doing myself any favors because I know I'm a big dude, but I was just nah, I'm not trying to fight people. But yeah, so it's not unheard of. It takes a lot longer. But you finally I finally got to the point now where I'll never probably have to bounce or bar back again. You know what I mean? Because now I bartend everywhere. That's what I do. So it is hard though, for sure.
Okay. Was that what you like doing, bartending, in general? Just I guess that industry.
Bartending is cool, but it's the creating just different cocktails aspect of it. Making ingredients, putting them together, and then okay, I think this tastes good, and then having customers come in and try what you created, and either them being nah, I don't like it, or for the most part they're just oh, I really enjoy it, and then you get a kind of buzz off of that, and then you just keep doing it and getting better at it. Yeah, that's what I like about it.
I guess you seeing people how they react to certain drinks, and they're oh, this shit's fucking good, or oh, this shit's strong.
Yeah. I used to do when it was somebody's birthday, I would always take bottles that like didn't sell really well, and then just kind of mix them into something and be like happy birthday, you know,
like, oh, what the hell is this?
Yeah,
what
like,
is this?
I like that reaction too because I was like, that's what I was going for. You know?
I was trying to get that good feeling in them to come out.
Yeah.
I was going through your file and then I saw that do you have like your own gym or like your own?
No, I don't. I work out right now at this place called Ratio, Ratio 19.1. It's a sort of a CrossFit gym, but no, like I've been I've been to a lot of gyms because I used to train like MMA too. I did that for a while, and that's and then I started moving into like more heavy lifting. That's kind of what I do now, especially now that I'm like kind of getting. I'm not like super young, but I'm not super old either. But I don't need to be like doing any crazy.
How old are you? If you don't mind me asking.
33.
Yeah, you're still young, man.
I know,
okay, you're not like high school,
right?
Like
exactly.
early 20s, but you're still young compared to other. You actually even look like you're 25, 26.
I around our age.
I just turned 25.
I just turned 22.
And then Scott over here,
about to be 24.
And
I'm gonna be 23.
see?
Yeah,
So-
that's badass though. That's crazy. You're doing it now.
No, so what was your initial thoughts when I messaged you? Because I liked everything that you had on your page. So when I messaged you, was it kind of weird? Like who the fuck are these people?
No, because
Like,
I mean, I don't know too many podcasts in El Paso, so it's good that you guys reached out. Plus, it's like one of those things where like if you have a community about something, like you can all help each other out, and you can all get bigger as a community, And that's the way like like giant Instagram profiles work out. Like they have a community, they all promote each other. But in like or giant like communities like say like in Austin, they have a cocktail community. Like they all get together, they all help each other out, they all promote each other. So it's just one of those things that there's not a lot of us. So it's good that that you guys reached out. And then, like, maybe do some more, like, collaborations, like, in the future or whatever,
Once the time tells and everything, time decides on scheduling and everything.
Yeah.
It's great. That's cool. I'm actually glad we got you out here. Ricardo's been in charge of all of our media production and everything. So he's like, hey, we have, I guess technically, like, an interview. And I was like, oh, with who? So he started explaining to me as I looked on their Facebook. I was like, oh, shit, all right, cool. Like, somebody that's completely out of our niche, like, definitely doing something different.
Mm-hmm.
You would be our second interview because if you hear and watch our earlier episodes, it was just us three talking about just issues in general. So we're like, hey, what if we just start bringing people? Last week we had a local makeup artist in the end. I'm not gonna logistics wise, that brought in a lot of views to the Instagram page. I've been noticing a lot of female. So I was like, okay, I think this is going because within a week we went from 25 page views to almost 274, 245. So I mean, I think it's been going so far that we've been getting interviews, trying to interview more people around El Paso.
That's good.
Because kind of just showing off El Paso.
Because I know there's a lot of talent here. It's just a lot of people either they're too scared to show off like whatever they're doing, or they're just too shy in general. And when I saw your page, I was like, oh, what this shit. I don't know if you saw the caption I put. I was like, cocktails, lifting, brews. Like that's just a weird mix in general. So that I was like, I think people are gonna be interested, especially a lot of bodybuilders. That they're like, well, it's not really my thing. I don't like going out to bars like to drink beer, but cocktails, what is this? I mean,
I mean, like to be honest, that's kind of like I guess the turn, not a turnaround, but it's evolved over the year I've been doing the podcast. Like, it started off with that, with that in mind. It was supposed to be, lifting, brews and all that. And then once again, I did like the opposite of you guys. Like, it was just like you three talking, then you started bringing in people. Well, I was bringing in people, and then just now it's like, I have like my 4 main dudes, but like we're gonna have someone on next week. But and I just noticed like trying to control, like it's like you said, like people who work out aren't really into drinking. And even then, like, I know when I drinking is a very social thing, so it's easy to get people to come in and, like, talk about things like that. But lifting, like, I know when I go to the gym, I just headphones and I don't want to talk to anybody. So, it's, like, this weird thing. So it's just kind of like the podcast now is basically just kind of like what you guys do, you know what I mean? Like, we get on there, and I'll bring a whiskey, I'll bring a cocktail, we'll all try it, we'll talk about what's in it, and then we'll just, naturally let the conversation flow. Because, like it's 3 different people or 4 different people, 4 different walks of life, so we all have something that we want to talk about. And so I just kind of let the conversation handle itself.
Do you guys do a lot of like liquor reviews or just drink reviews?
We do, but we're not, like I said, I won't call us like whiskey or like any kind of liquor experts or whatever, because I don't want to like, you know, we drink it, and for the most part, like, I can get some notes off of it, but my homies are just kind of like, yeah, it's good, or damn, this is strong, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, it's alright. Like as long as it gets me to that buzz that I want to,
Right.
I'll consider it good.
Sorry, my bad.
No.
Would you consider yourself an enthusiast?
Liquor enthusiast, yeah, for sure. But like my strength is definitely in like, you know, cocktails and like flavoring and, you know, and stuff like that. But as far as spirits goes, I can tell you like, you know, what flavors come out of certain things, how things are made, where they come from for the most part. But I mean, so yeah, like as an enthusiast is probably a good word for it.
What's the craziest story you've had as a bouncer? What was it like that one night where you're like, I think I gotta rethink what the hell I'm doing?
Well, it wasn't. I wasn't a bouncer. I just saw this happen. Okay, so like, it was one of the brunches. I don't know if you've ever been to like the J&K brunches. Like,
I've been to Born and Raised brunch.
Okay, so they used to have them back on Robinson Street where the lowbrow's at.
Yeah.
And this one time, I just remember like this girl had to really use the restroom, but like the porta potties were packed. And so she decides that she's just gonna use the restroom right there. Yeah. And then she does, and then she took her poop basically and just like threw it into the crowd. And it was just all like,
what the fuck? Was she fucked up? Or?
Yeah, she was trash.
Oh,
Damn.
I thought that, I don't know if you guys remember that incident at Fool's Gold where they recorded some girl in the guy's restroom pissing on the, like on a hand washing.
Yeah.
And all the guys were like, what the fuck are you doing? She's like, I gotta pee, it's taking too long.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. That's why when I go there, I don't like using that restroom anymore. It's just kind of fuck that image up.
Yeah. So like, I mean, and that's what being a bartender is like. You're behind the bar, so a lot of that crazy shit you don't see. And then at the end of the night, that's when the bouncer's just like, dude, this should happen. This should happen.
And you're just like,
yeah.
I'm just trying to serve.
Exactly. Yeah.
What's the rudest customer you had as a bartender? That's kind of like you just want to throw this bottle at this guy or this girl or whoever.
It was this girl. I forgot her name now, but it was at Lowbrow, and I had accidentally, I think I overcharged her on her card or whatever, and I was like, and she was telling me about it, and I was like, all right, cool, I'll fix it. And then, you know, I was gonna go back and like, you know, maybe even offer her a drink or something, like to like compensate. But as soon as I walked up to her and I was like, here, and she goes, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck this bar. Like, you're a piece of shit.
Damn.
Like, I was like, oh shit. So then, like, I just lit up and I was like, you're fucking gone. And I started walking out from the bar to go, like, handle her. And my bartender friend, he was just like, no, stay back here. Let the bouncer take care of her. And I was like, cool. But yeah, like, she just like blew up on me. And I was just like, oh.
Damn. I mean, that happened to me at, what's that bar by Montana and George Dieter? Gringo. They actually gave my card to someone else. I didn't even know, so I looked at my phone. I tell them, but they gave me the money back and a couple of drinks for free. So I was like, all right, I'm not gonna throw a fit. But I did say, hold that ass, but not fucking brain. You can't give me the right fucking card. I guess the owner heard me. He's like, oh, what do you want? Like, I'll give you this. And I was like, motherfucker. I should have said free drink for you. You know, and I think they fired that bartender because she's not there anymore. I haven't seen her anymore.
That makes sense. You made her quit.
Nah, fuck her. So she gets for charging me $60. Or letting my card give it to someone, let them charge me $60. Nah, fuck that hoe. But no, I was gonna say that's interesting that you do a podcast on. When did you start like officially? When you're like, you know what, this will be the first time. It'll be the first episode, the first day of the podcast.
I mean, it was like I said, it was a year ago. Was it March 1st? May 1st? Yeah, it was May 1st, I guess. And that was the first one, and I just basically told, I guess, her, like, some of my friends from the bar, I was like, hey, I'm gonna do this podcast, and like, are you down? Like, yeah. And a few of my close friends too, and then we all showed up, and then we just did one episode, and then, like, you know, and it's all about being consistent, so we did it the next Sunday after that, and then we just kept
like
going.
us?
Yeah.
Because at first it was just us, and then we invited Scott here. So we're like, fuck, it's 3 people. So every Sunday it's been an episode. But I've been trying to do this more like as much content as we can get out there. Like, if we can, we'll get one today and then Sunday. I mean, it's just to put out more episodes out there, more stuff for people to listen to. The ones I actually do listen to, because I used to get shit from a guy. He's like, nobody's listening to your 1 hour. I was like, I don't care, man. Like, if they find a portion they listen,
I told me that, and I was just like, what?
yeah. Like, I was like, I don't care. Like, if they find a portion they like, they can just listen to that, and they're just gonna keep coming back and listen.
I just had this dude have the audacity to like, not even the audacity. It's not even that. It's like you purposely on your way to say this, but you're over here checking out the page. You're over here leaving comments. It's like, all right, dude, that's cool with me. You're still coming to our page.
Yeah, like I saw something on your page. You guys were like checking out like Gary Vaynerchuk. Yeah, and so there's something that he says is like, dude, even the negative comments are good because you got to think about it's like you're getting a negative comment. That person went out of their way, like spent their time to talk shit to you. It's like, how bad is their shit going? You know what I mean? Like, you know, so I mean, it's like all the negative shit. You just kind of like, you know, get that shit out of the way. Like I remember when we first started, someone had talked shit about our sound, you know, and admittedly it wasn't that good. But, you know, I could have been like, oh, you know what, like, fuck, it sucks. I said I went the complete opposite. It's like, okay, let's fix our fucking sound. And we did. So it's just...
Take it. That guy was at first like, oh, he was pointing at them, you guys sound awesome. But purposefully, he was telling me, you sound robotic. But I know he said because he knows me from the unit. So I'm like, all right, fuck this guy. And then I wake up and he's like, gay.
Oh,
and I was like, are you done? Are you done? So I can continue working. Well, that was drunk me. I guess he was trying to say something. I was like, it's not my fault you're miserable.
Yeah, and then him doing that, like, it gives you something to talk about on your next podcast. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like all the negative shit, you just gotta take it with the positive shit. Like, I mean, if you get big enough, or if, like hopefully both get big enough, whatever. You know, people are gonna talk shit. That's just the nature of the game.
It's the nature of the beast.
That's actually a conversation we had when we first started. It's like, all right, we already know like shit's gonna be going down. On top of that, we have just asshole friends who do it just to fuck with us.
Because at one point we want to do like a live Q&A. We're like, they're gonna ask us questions that we know that's gonna hit us about people stuff. So we gotta learn how to either avoid it or flip it on or just completely just ignore it. Just build something out of that. Like, hey, remember that they say, did you love X, Y, and Z, or what happened? Like, oh, well, so I had this relationship this one time, and then just have a conversation out of that.
I mean, it's just like if you see like any comment, like all the negative comments, just ignore them. Do not I think that's the best thing to do is to not to any negative things. Don't react to them. You know what I mean? Just let them go, but like keep them in the back of your head about it. And then for all the positive comments you get, make sure to react. Say thank you to people. You know, and just kind of roll that way.
You say you went to YouTube for graphics design?
Graphic design, yeah.
Because we talked about this in our, I think episode 3, was it? About like degrees in college.
Oh yeah.
So how good does that help like overall with you?
Well, let's see. It's when I made my logo, I just made it myself because I already knew being a graphic designer at UTEP, like it got me familiar with Adobe, like Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign. So I already knew how to do logos, business cards, T-shirts, all that stuff on my own. And then eventually, so it just got me started off on the right foot. And then after that, I taught myself how to use Adobe Audition. You know, I learned how to use a camera properly, so I could take my own pictures eventually. You know. To put on the Instagram. So just like that, just stuff that people normally use for advertising, it just helps me use it for my own personal gain.
Now, would you say that a degree in that area that people say that do they really need to get into a job that they?
Just because people are going to ask for it, But for the most part, if you have a really good portfolio, you do your own work and you teach yourself, because there's so many ways to teach yourself how to do things now. It's kind of ridiculous. YouTube teaches you a lot. So as long as you have a really good portfolio, it's cool. But I feel like if you want a corporate job, if you want to work at a big design firm, then yeah.
No, but I mean well that too. But I mean, I guess let's say, because I don't know if you're close with your parents or anything, but let's say if your parents say, well, I want you, you're working on everything. I want you to get that degree just because it's do you think you feel pressure to get it, even though you don't want a corporate job, but just so you can have it, or should you just learn on your own without going to school for it?
Well, I guess it depends on the person. Because some people aren't really built for school. Some people do really well on their own. I like school because it pushes me to it gives me the structure and I have to do things. But it's just a matter of finding that not necessarily a good art degree, but whatever you want to do, make sure it's something that you really want to do when you finish with, because that's a lot of time that I should have finished maybe two and a half years before I did, just because I spent my time trying to be a nurse when I didn't want to
Be a nurse.
Yeah.
So what made you kind of like, all right, this from nurse to what you do now? What made you shift that mind shift? Like,
Well, when I was in community, my second year in, I was like, man, I just need to switch to graphic design. Like, this is dumb. And then I heard that voice and I ignored it, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna continue doing nursing. And then I failed my first semester in nursing like by 1 point, and I was like, boom, done. I'm switching. Like, I don't even care. And they even told me, they're like, well, no, we have a spot open for you. Like, you know, if you want to do it again next semester. I'm like, no, I'm done. I can't.
I think that's like a sign, no?
Yeah, like I can't do it.
Like I was, hey, this isn't what you're supposed to do. Like, this isn't what you want. You know it.
Yeah.
Stop trying to trick yourself. Stop trying to force yourself to do something you don't want.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, were you doing nursing because family, your girlfriend, or just you were trying to convince yourself?
My brother did it. So, you know, and it's like one of those things, like I have two older brothers, and he's the one that, like, you know, he went to the military, he got his nursing degree, he's doing really well now. And, you know, like, I always, like, you know, kind of wanted something like that, or at least have, you know, like this respect and money and all that stuff. But then after a while, you realize how much time you have to divert into something that you really don't give a shit about. Like, it wasn't worth it. So, you know, it should never be about the money. That's like super important. You know what I mean? Like, money's good, it's great, but it shouldn't be
It's not everything.
It's not everything. No.
Yeah, it's kind of like a video I just posted yesterday or the day before. I recorded it 2 days ago where I was kind of like, I kind of had like a self-realization like about my life just from like a nightmare I had about my grandmother passing or whatever. Like I realized like I need to be happy so she can see me at my best. That's kind of like what I'm gearing towards, and that's kind of like what the message I want to put out to everybody is like you had that role model as a nurse, but then you switched over to do something you wanted to do, and I think that's awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
Because you did spend some time there, but you started focusing on what you wanted to do.
Because like the thing about like anything that, like, say any degree that you want to get or anything that you want to do is gonna take a lot of your time. You know, it's gonna be like, because nursing was, you know, I had to wake up, study, go to work, come back, study, fall asleep, and everything. And it sucked because I was just doing nothing but studying and working. And then when I did art, I was doing nothing but like being in the studio, drawing, designing, and then working. So I didn't want to spend all my time for this because I didn't really want it, but I was okay with spending all my time during the day doing art stuff because that's what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just that, you know, you got to be willing to spend all your time doing something. You know what I mean?
Since you started the podcast and everything, have you influenced some of your friends to start? That been telling you, hey, well, I want to start a YouTube channel. I've been thinking of doing this, but I don't know if I should. Have you like influenced? So do you think you feel like you've influenced a couple?
Yeah, like I get a few that tell me, it's like, oh man, I want to start this thing or I want to do this. My friend Adrian, he's doing something. He started like a Let's Play. You guys know, like yeah. So he's doing one of those. And like me doing mine, like he did it for a while, then he took a break for like a year, and I started doing mine again, and he wanted to go ahead and get back into it. My friend wanted to, another friend of mine wanted to do his like, he wanted to teach people how to play board games on YouTube and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, they've said that I have maybe like inspired them to like, some of them to try to want to do their own thing because they see it as like, oh, someone I know is doing it, then yeah.
Do you think that, I guess in the city of El Paso, you're kind of looked down upon a lot by the older generation of like podcasting, blogging, vlogging, whatever, that we get looked down upon because we're not, I guess in their, like back in their times were college, work full time, and then white picket fence and house, and that's the thing.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, I haven't received like too much, I guess, like feedback or anything like that, but I can see where, because we lead like kind of unconventional lives, you know, like, you know, people, like just people my age, you know, like they got roommates, you know what I mean? Like, or especially me, like I'm 33, not married, no kids, which is weird to some people. You know,
especially now.
Yeah, well, like they're like certain groups of friends, like on my side of town, like on this side of town, everybody's like, yeah, it's normal because none of us have kids or whatever. And it's just now that some of my friends are getting married, so it's, you know, it's just different, like the whole millennial culture thing.
Do you think like you get pressure, like what are you doing with your life? Go do something normal. I guess go be in an office all day.
No, because I think my parents. I'm lucky because I was the third kid, so I think they got all that crap out of the way with the first two.
The test subjects, like, all right, just let them do it.
So with me, like they try to throw me in everything, but I just kind of like I'm not about it. Like so, I just kind of went my own way, and they're cool with it. So.
You never regret diverting from that path?
No, I regret that I didn't do it sooner. Like you know, never like you know what I mean. Just go right into college, graphic design, whatever. You know, start on it sooner. That's what I regret.
What's it? What's it called? Shit.
You lost your train of thought?
Yeah, I lost my train of thought. I was thinking. So, with your Instagram page, how are you deciding to do all this content that you're putting out? Like, I just saw one of your videos where you just started working out for, I think it was a competition.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden you're working out, you do a rollover, I think it was, and then all of a sudden you take a shot, and I was like, oh shit, what the hell? I was just like, what?
That was a one-off. It's because the competition is called Copper Kings. It's like you have to make a drink, you have to make a drink, base it off a song, and you go and like you do like a whole performance, like you know whatever, and then they taste your drink and judge you on that. But no, that was just like some random idea I came up with. Like I was at the bar and then I was talking to my friend Ernie, and I was just all like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then. You know, it took me a while to actually do it, but yeah, I was like, I thought it'd be cool. Like, I was just like, no, we're out. You know, I knew it was gonna be dumb and like kind of corny, but I mean, you gotta kind of do stuff like that. You know what I mean?
I mean, to me, I was just like, oh shit, like I've never seen this before. I was just like, this is new, this is cool.
That's awesome. Like, I like. That's why I mentioned. Like this is a weird mix. It's a hybrid. But I like it because it's not your normal.
It's something traditional. It's something cool. It's something new.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think it's more like, I mean, it's realistic because like people on like fitness YouTube channels or like Instagram models, they live a certain way, like constantly. They're all constantly dieting, constantly working out, so they have to constantly look their best. But we as like normal people, I mean, we don't really do that. You know what I mean? Like we eat, we drink, and like some of us work out, some of us don't. So it was just, it's kind of like being more realistic. You know what I mean? Like,
and I like that approach because usually when I do. Like the audio, I usually don't really edit it. I just kind of put it out there. Mm-hmm. Like after we're done, just send, and I'll be uploaded within a day or two. Yeah. But because I like the concept of raw material, realistic. Like there's gonna be times where I'm gonna sound horrible, but I'm just gonna put it out there. That way, the audience, and I think it'll be the same. Should be the same YouTube where they see the flaws. Like, hey, well, he's not perfect. She's not perfect. They have their own thing, but we're willing to ride with them because. We're all the same. We're all in a realistic setting. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I finally got to like what you're talking about. Maybe in the past like a month and a half or so, because I didn't release anything for a while, and it's just because like it had to be perfect or else I wouldn't release it. But then what would happen is I would never get to making it perfect, so I would never release it. And so I have like really old like recordings that. You know, like we're talking about the Super Bowl, and I'm just like, well, I can't release that shit now because it doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but now, like it's like you said, you know, have the content, you know, put it out there. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you know, at least just get it out there. You know, because that's part of the game. You know, having content, you know, getting exposure, stuff like that. So I think that's important.
You mentioned Gary Vaynerchuk, so I'm guessing you watch his videos and listen to him.
Yeah.
Have you implemented some of his strategies? On your social media mostly?
Yeah, like the not to the extent that he has, because I mean sometimes you gotta be on Instagram. Like the way he has it, you gotta be on Instagram like at least an hour. Doing
I think 2 to 5 hours. Yeah. I think I heard like the 180 strategy, where it's like
was it a 180?
Yeah, where you gotta go 10 hashtags, and each comment is like 2 cents.
Yeah,
and each hashtag has to be at least 90 times.
Yeah.
He's like, it's gonna take you 2 to 5 hours.
Yeah.
Like max, I was like, oh, like.
Yeah, that shit.
My eyes are gonna start hurting. I gotta slowly get there because I tried it and I was at 30 minutes. I was like, my eyes hurt. Like, I need to put this down.
Yeah, and then like, while you're doing it, you finally get tired of, or you run out of shit to say to people because they're liking and you're commenting, and eventually you just become a robot. You're just like, really nice blog, really cool thing.
Awesome, sweet.
Yeah.
Hashtag sweet.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel natural.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But I took his advice of document, not create, after a while. And I think that's what got us more followers on Instagram, a lot more views. Because I've been looking at our Anchor, because I use Anchor for the audio, and our plays have been going up a lot more. I went from like 6 to 7 to now 26, 17, all within a day. But I think I document the process mostly because a lot of people want to see behind the scenes. And I took that advice, and so far it's been working great.
Yeah, so far it really has.
And
as far as like video editing, there's nothing really much we edit. Unless somebody's like, oh wait, I shouldn't have said that. Then not even then. It's just kind of like we throw out a name or maybe something that can get us in trouble, you know.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that gets edited out, or we have technical difficulties. Like last week when the computer died, like that was probably the most heaviest editing I've ever done on videos. Like my laptop died, so all we had was recording from this and a DSLR camera, and I was like, dude, this is too much. Like, I just want to put stuff out.
And just put it out there and I guess the way Gary says it, the market was going to tell you what they like, perfection or raw.
Yeah.
And so far it's been raw.
Yeah.
But I think we've been in the same boat because we kind of influenced a couple people to start their own. Well, I guess one of your friends, brother, the one from Cruises.
Yeah, my friend is my bad. Like they're actually going to start their own kind of podcast / they kind of want to do a let's play. Last I heard, I haven't heard much of like when they're going to start it or what, but they were talking about doing it. They were actually testing some stuff, and I was like, oh shit, that's cool. They got more equipment than us, but whatever, you know.
This girl that we know just started putting workout videos. She's like, well, it's because I don't know if I look good. I was like, dude, just put it. Like, then I text her, hey, good job. Like I told you. She's like, I already got people asking me to do workout videos. This and I was like, all right, well, if you want, try taking it to this step. Once you reach here, then you do it on your own.
Yeah.
And now she's posting videos like almost every day.
That's good.
But yeah, I've been taking that advice of 5 to 10 contents a day. But mostly just documentation, just people knowing that we're not robots back here. We have normal people living our normal lives.
Yeah.
I guess some people like that.
Yeah, and that's good though. I mean, like, yeah, like you guys like casting it, showing video. Because I mean, we used to do like Facebook Facebook feeds and stuff like that before, but now it's just been basically just about the audio, getting out there, and then of course like a picture, and then just kind of doing exactly what Gary says, like going on there, and I'll do maybe like 5 to 10 accounts where I just follow something and subscribe to it, or comment on it, and yeah, I mean like your Instagram followers will slowly just be going up and up and up the more you're like interacting with people and stuff like that.
I think the market the world of podcasts is growing a lot in El Paso. Because I tell them, a couple of friends, we do a podcast. Oh, do you listen to this, that, and the third? What podcast do you recommend? And then all this. Like, I didn't think people listen to podcasts.
Hey, you know what? Actually, after, I'm not saying it was us, but like recently when we started our podcast, all of a sudden I started seeing people like, oh, what's a good podcast? What's a good podcast? And I'm just like, oh, we just started. Let's go check it out, And I thought it was crazy. I was like, oh, I didn't really think El Paso was much about podcasting or anything like that.
I think the market was big here, but apparently it is. And they just people don't I don't know. People don't really talk about it.
Yeah, because I think the one that's been big for everybody has been like the Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh
yeah. So that's kind of like his podcast is another reason why I was like, all right, yeah, I'll try this out, give it a shot, And then just listening to the way he reacts to people and talks to people. And I was like, okay,
just don't get Alex Jones on your show,
right? I mean,
the frogs,
cool, you know what I mean?
Like frogs.
But yeah, the way he does his show. I mean, I was like, all right, yeah, let's kind of have to be something like that, but not exactly, because I mean, people will know that you're copying or whatever. But just having a good core group of people that you talk really well with. Every now and then bring on a guest, but yeah, that's the way. I think that's the way a podcast should be. So yeah, it's all it's all about consistency and content, like you said.
So what's been your biggest challenge so far as doing the podcast was?
Consistency.
Yeah. What do we talk about this time?
Well, it's not so bad at that because, like I said, we tend to drink during our podcast, so we always fall into something. We always talk about something. But it's been about having every Sunday, having someone or having everybody's schedule open, be constantly promoting on Instagram. That's another
hard part.
That's a hard part because you gotta sit there, post it, and then come up with your caption, and then figure out what 30 hashtags you want to use for that thing, and then I try to get I'm trying to get a Twitter off the ground, but I mean I don't know what to say on Twitter. I don't I feel like just random shit.
Do any of your friends have to follow? I mean, have Twitters?
Not one of them has a Twitter, but for the most part, they all have Instagrams and they all have Facebook.
They should. I think it'd be nice. I mean, the way I would do it, have all of them start one, because I'm pretty sure their friends have a Twitter, and then just start following each other's friends. and you just start having conversations, and then just share from Instagram to Twitter, and then use the same hashtags because hashtags works a lot on Twitter, and then just you'll be in the area of cocktails, and you just start interacting with people.
We also thought about giving because like I said, there's 3 of us or 4 of us, and giving them access to like the Twitter account and just telling them like, okay, listen, you have something random to say, just I don't know, just put it on there,
Put it out there,
figure it out.
Just put it out there and say who it is, because it's gonna have like 3 different posts. Like, wait, what the hell?
Yeah.
Just say it's this is X, this is Y, and then this is A.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, everybody has full-time jobs. Everybody has, we all have the way we're making money outside of this, and things that take our attention away from, like being consistent with like our podcast or whatever. And that's like that's the challenge, because you always want to have new content out there, and especially like since I'm doing cocktails, I'm always doing something. I'm always learning. I work over here at International, so like I'm always doing something over there. You know what I mean? Like I got to work there tonight. And so it's just learning.
I wonder you told me that during the day will be fine.
Oh yeah. I was like during the day, because I said I gotta go. But yeah, like constantly learning the other stuff, the stuff that your podcast is about. Like keep learning about that while you're still doing this and learning about this. You know what I mean? Like learning, like I said, taught myself how to do sound, learn how to use a DSLR, stuff like that.
Now, does your work cool with you? Like taking pictures for your page?
Yeah, especially if I work there, then like tag them in there and promote it. It's free ad, bro.
Yeah, it's free advertisement for ads,
and they're really stoked on having us work there and create stuff for them. So yeah, they're like super down with that.
Shit. I've been international. We've been there before.
Where's international at?
Right here.
Well, I just started maybe 2-3 months ago. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. For the most part, I was at Murray's on the east side. I don't know if you've ever been there.
Yeah. We were just there.
Yeah.
Well, they were just there, about a month ago? When Grecia was here?
I think so.
Yeah, about a month ago. It was still cold.
Yeah.
It was still fucking cold back then.
Yeah. I was there for a year, and then I was at Blackbird for a while. My last shift was last night, so yeah, I'm just doing international now.
I like the environment of international sounds. I mean, for me, it's more of a laid back, older crowd. I like the environment, I don't know, the old building here and then the interact between two.
Yeah, super. It's super chill now. Like it used to be. I guess it used to be like super crazy. But I mean, even when it's busy now, it's still good chill spot to hang out with. Hang out at.
So being a bartender, what do you think of the bar scene in El Paso? Like, has it reached its peak, or is it there, or is it going downhill?
I don't know
social wise.
I don't know if it'll ever reach its peak, man. Because it's because I remember when downtown was big, was popping, and then it moved over to just strictly the east side because Cincinnati had died out a little bit, and now Cincy's back up and running. The east side's going crazy too. Downtown still needs a little bit of work because Union Square is kind of there's nothing there. But
Black Pearl was, but I mean that.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's still open.
No, that's been good.
It's yeah, when we drive by, you just see the boards, it's already boarded up and everything.
But I think what I do see downtown is that there's a lot of new restaurants, in Union Square, new restaurants down there. Dead Beach is down there. So it's slowly
that place gets me fun.
But yeah, it's downtown's slowly coming up. We're slowly getting our little square, we can hop and go to different places. But yeah, I think it's on the way up for sure.
Do you think that this is just known as a town, a drinking town, basically?
Well, I think I read somewhere where we have the most bars per capita, for people in Texas. So I mean, because it's a small town, so it's small town, big city. I mean, we're getting more stuff to do, but it's still nothing but drinking and eating. We're getting Topgolf, or we're getting Alamo Draft House. It's
Ice Guy or something.
Ice Guy. You can probably drink there. I don't even know. I've never been to an Ice Guy.
Pretty sure. Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah?
I mean, it's expensive.
So that just sounds like a miserable time, man. Fucking trying to skydive and you're fucking drunk. Oh, shit.
Well, I think the one in San Diego can. I don't know about this one. I don't think nobody's going to want to, because first of all, over there was $80 just to get your time. Imagine wasting more for drinks and food. Just, no.
But no, man, because that's the same thing we said about Topgolf, though. Because Topgolf is expensive.
Yeah, but Topgolf, you're stationary.
No. But I'm saying, for price-wise, I honestly didn't think Topgolf would be
successful.
No, not even successful. Because I know the older generation, definitely there's a lot of golfers. In fact, some of our youngsters, even Eli, who we had recently on the podcast, he's a golfer, and I was like, oh shit, no way. But like as far as like the drinking, I didn't think they were gonna do that good on sales, but they do pretty good from what I see when I go.
Yeah, I think they're the highest selling. Like they have the most liquor sales per month, like in El Paso. But yeah, like because if you go, the food and drink is like it's like fair price. But I mean, it is expensive to go there. It's like I forget, it's like $75. Is it like 75 something like that for an hour?
Yeah.
So you got to take like 10 of your friends.
So split it up.
Yeah. So but yeah, and then we're just getting more like drink and eat stuff. Like there's gonna be an Alamo Draft House on the east side that's coming up.
Yeah.
There goes our old job. We were just talking because we used to work in that environment, and that place used to have. I think it was the only one right at the time that had a bar.
Yeah, we were the only one. No, besides Southern Park.
Oh, besides the Southern Park location and the East location, they're the only ones with a bar. Mm-hmm. Those are little miniature bars. It's not like Alamo where you can sit down and actually full bar. And we were just talking about that. Like if they have one on the East side, that's it. Like that competition is gonna wipe.
I don't know because I think with me with Alamo, like I don't like their seating at all. At all. I just can't stand it. Like you're looking up, even if you try to find a little bag. It's like I think I've just gotten too used to the luxury lounges that are around now. And like I saw a movie back at our old job, and I was sitting in those chairs in stadium style, and I was just like, I was like, no, I need my recliners
too. I want to watch a movie there.
Right.
And it's not the same, right?
It's not the same, and they're like so close together, and
you're just like. I think by Alamo, I mean like the service, having the waiters, people, the food, a lot more.
Well, eventually it's gonna get
more
that
options.
Eventually, I see it getting that.
I mean, because like I think the last time I went to Cinemark to watch something, I forgot, but like the seats are like big, they're comfortable. Yeah. And you're right, the Alamo seating is like it's all right, it's not great, and then but getting like service. I mean, the food's whatever.
I think you compensate. You give up your seat for the service, or whether you get your seats, but you don't get service.
Right.
And you have less options. So it's one or the other.
It's a trade-off.
But I think over there, with that Alamo opening, it's going to open up a big competition. Like, why should we go over there?
AMC is starting to come back.
AMC
is coming back right now. They bought Montwood. They bought out the $2 movie, the Northeast one,
the
CarMax. Like AMC is making a run for El Paso.
Yeah. They're about it. They're about the Montwood. The one by Montwood and Yarborough.
Yeah.
Well, that's good because that one needs like a big ass renovation.
Oh,
it
yeah.
does. That movie theater does.
Yeah. But I think it comes to the point that I guess same thing with the bars that it just keeps open. New bars open up like every other.
Yeah.
Now it's just a matter of how long they stay open.
Yeah, because there's gonna be like I guess like a bubble, I guess, where it's just like it bursts and then like some of the bars might close down, but I don't know. Like I see it, like every bar that I see is doing like pretty well.
I remember when West Cincinnati was still open. I went there.
Which the one by you're talking about
this one that was literally called Cincinnati West. I remember when that was, but it was always dead, and now it's Ditsy Duck.
Yeah.
So I guess it's always an exchange.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna get to a point where like we're tired of bars. Like,
I don't think so. No,
we won't get tired of bars, but we'll get tired of the type of bar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because eventually, like the EPTX crowd and like the 30 Sanchez crowd, like that crowd's gonna grow up. You know what I mean? And they're gonna want to be someplace more chill.
Sure. Remember D Club? D Club?
No, I've heard about it, but I know it's like.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you were. Well, back it was by East Montana. It's not like a CrossFit stripper building, but that's where all the raves were at the time. So back in 2008, 9, I was like, Felix, ex-person is DJs. That's where they would go, and then Club 101. Then just all those bars when we were in high school are shut down now. So I guess when that crowd grows up, those bars are gonna shut down. I mean, look at Tipsy. Tipsy's closed now.
Yeah, Tipsy's gonna be it's closed,
but more financial reasons.
Yeah, but those dudes, it's because like those dudes, they had Tipsy and then they opened EPTX because they knew like Tipsy was probably on its way out. But then they opened Dirty Sanchez because they know that EPTX is probably on. Eventually, it's gonna go too. So that's just kind of have to ride the wave, And then when the drink new 21 generation comes, they'll open up whatever style of bar is hot then, and then just kind of ride the wave.
Because a bar can be a very lucrative business, but it's just a matter of finding the way, the trend, because eventually Cincinnati is gonna hit bottom again.
Well, I think what's gonna happen is downtown is gonna start doing well again, like what happened last time. Like downtown was bad, and then like it took all of Cincy's business, and then Downtown died because since he took all of its business, so eventually it'll probably move back.
It's gonna shift.
Yeah.
What part of town do you like to go out in usually?
I like to stay on this side of town, because I like to go to Black Market, Palomino, just stay around here because I know all the people who work there.
Yeah.
So it's cool to go there and like shoot the shit with people that you already know, and then so I like those two places for sure.
I don't like going to the east side, like the Zaragoza area, like Dirty Sanchez and all that. I don't like going there anymore.
I turned 21 on the east side actually when I was living out there, and I went to what was it? Not UPTX, and I saw the environment. I was like, nah, this ain't for me, man. Like, I was just like, nah. I like the west side because it's like a bunch of people like going around. When on the east side, I was just like, it's more hostile.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yo, y'all need to chill the fuck out and just drink. Like we're over here. When we went with Eli, you were here. You were there, right? With the guys right next to us at Profe.
Oh, I think so.
With the fucking bottle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the night you actually drank. It's the first time you drank in like months. We're over there, we just like hyping them up and shit. And then here they come with a bottle trying to get one of our friends to drink. He said no. So like, get this guy to do it. I was like, fuck it. Fucking bottle service. I was like, fuck it. That's crazy. Like I don't see that shit on the east side. Besides dudes trying to flex in front of girls and shit.
Trying to fight or something.
Because on that side it's like drink to get trashed. Over here, I mean, people still drink and get trashed, but it's mostly just to chill though.
I mean, Fit Fam shows us on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Fit Fam for sure.
But I think it's switched because before it used to be like that here. When I was like 20, 19, I would hear that the west side would get like trashed.
Cincy. Yeah.
Cincy, and then now it's gone the opposite. It's just a crowd, man. It's just a crowd following.
Yeah. Once they start opening up new bars, because like they opened up another one called Lost and Found. I don't know if you have heard.
Yeah, I've heard about that one.
I haven't been inside, but I heard it's really good. It's the same guys who did was J&K, so yeah, it's J&K basically. But from what I've heard, it's like a really nice bar on the inside. It's built more for still drinking a bunch, but more chill now. No one's trying to turn up, get crazy.
Not get all ratchet.
We'll see, man. Eventually, someone's gonna be to start that.
Yeah,
That's have you heard about Paso, man?
Have you ever thought about opening your own bar, like your own?
Yeah, like a couple of my friends, we talk because my friends Matt and then Joe, we talk all the time about what we would like to do, and then we have so many ideas about what bar we want, how we want it to be, definitely craft cocktail bars with food,
Or like international setting, like kind of
more Hope and Anchor.
Like Hope and Anchor.
Hope and Anchor.
Yeah, I haven't heard of it in a while, man.
Two Man's cool, yeah, a lot of craft beer. But yeah, something small at first too, because we're not trying to
franchise and grow big. Yeah, I think isn't it the same owners for Cincy? Aren't they all the same owners? It feels like the way it's set up.
Oh no, so Ditzy, College, and Sister Esther's are the same owner. And they're gonna open up something called Chilo or something like that. And that's the same owner as all those three. So they're gonna have their own kind of same vibe. But Palomino's its own owner. Faded Barber is a separate owner, and Faded Gold, or what's it called? Fool's Gold, I think is the same owner as Malolan.
That would make kind of more sense.
Yeah, that would make sense. It's more of the vibe.
It's more of the vibe there. Because Fool's Gold and Malolan, you don't really get there to fight and get completely trashed. Except Malolan needs food, but that's a whole different story. No, not like tacos. Not like you can go wait in line.
Tacos,
Dollar tacos.
But it's good though. Fool's Gold food is ridiculously good.
Yeah.
Their nachos are shit.
Yeah.
No, I just get tacos.
The nachos are pretty fucking good. That one time we went.
Oh, with Isaac.
Yeah, we went with Isaac and everybody. After the podcast, we went out to go eat. I tried nachos. They're pretty bomb.
Yeah, they're bomb.
Yeah.
I think we need another strip on the west side. That'd be kind of nice too.
Well, I think the only thing that sucks about our strips is that they're they're small. If you've ever been to 6th Street, Austin, it's just
It's
long.
miles.
It's just it goes on forever. You can't see the end. From where you're at.
I guess it didn't really plan. It's just gonna be. I guess since it was made first, just little businesses here and there. They didn't think it was gonna grow how it is now. Imagine from Cincy Mesa all the way to CMEC. Imagine just nothing but bars there.
Yeah, or imagine taking all the bars that we have and just putting them all in downtown. You know what I mean?
That would grow money for that area in general.
And shit.
But also that would bring a lot of problems to the businesses, especially people fighting.
Yeah.
I think that's why they're really reluctant on trying to put a lot of bars.
Yeah, because if you look around us, it's a lot of like banks, a lot of corporate, a lot of culture as
Mom
well.
and pop shops.
Yeah, mom and pop shops as well. Like even those are starting to fizz out a bit.
And then all it takes that one dumbass to go from here to the border or try to go to Mexico.
Yeah.
And
I can already see that shit.
they're gonna start trying to close down everything, and it's just a whole mess.
Yeah, like there was a guy. He owns a few bars over here by Indigo, and he wanted like he owns like a part like some bars on Mills, and he was like his dream was to have like a whole bunch of bars along Mill Street, and we would call the Thrills on Mills or whatever. But like there was a restaurant that was about to open up right next to International. But that old hotel right there just got bought out by the Marriott. So now, like, they're just going to turn it into a boutique hotel. So that kind of puts, like, that whole, like, strip here, like, kind of, like, out of reach. You know what I mean? So, I mean, we'll see what happens if anything can happen.
I don't know, actually. I think that would work out. Like, it wouldn't work out because of how people act, but it'd work out for business for the Marriott, I think. Because think about it. You can't fucking go home, go book yourself a hotel, dog.
Yeah, it's true. But no, it's going to be a boutique hotel, though. Like, you've been to Tap Diaz?
No.
No, like it's a really nice hotel, but man, yeah, it's gonna cost you.
Oh, top dollar. Okay.
But then I guess in their eyes, they're like, well, this is considered a 5-star hotel. We're gonna start bringing high 5-star people, and then International is gonna start doing specials specifically for those. For those. I mean, business wise makes sense.
Yeah, so I mean, it's great. Like I said, it's great for like like just International, like and like places around here, but. I mean, it would have been cool to have a strip too down here,
easy.
but I mean, we still got Union Plaza, and someone could come in like Paul Foster could be like, "Yeah, I just want to open up a bunch of stuff, throw money at it, and see what happens." You know.
They just gotta really fix this area of town. I mean, you know where Club Here, I Love You, and then Fish Bar and all that. That'd be a dope. Like bring that area back again because it's very isolated. There's nothing.
But it's a bunch of housing around there too.
Nah. Well, I mean,
apartments on the side.
Yeah, well, I mean, because when it was big, I mean, nothing's really changed except for the stadium and Cincy coming back. And I think what Cincy coming back actually what like hurt a lot of down like
downtown
Plaza, yeah.
But I mean, it's just business. I mean, well, whoever puts out a better product is gonna survive, and if you don't promote, there's been a lot of bars that they open and then they just died down within a year.
Yeah, but if you like notice, like Tabla has been there for a while, and it's because they have great food. You know what I mean? They have good cocktails. So I think food is like super integral, like and food and like really good cocktails is integral.
Or Dirty Money that gets funded by Dirty Money. Because there was a bar called Peanuts and something, and they found out that the owner was or somebody.
Pine and Peanut.
Yeah, there you go. And then Pine and Peanut, that the owner or somebody there was involved in the bad world, in the dark world, let's say.
Yeah.
And they got shut down.
Yeah.
That was a dope place. I like the area.
Yeah, but it was, man. Fuck.
But I mean, you get places like that they're run by the wrong type of people, and then it gets shut down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a business, lucrative business.
Yeah.
So you think you're with your friends, you guys are thinking of opening a bar, like a little small? Have you thought like financially how much it would cost, like just to get the license?
Yeah, well, like there's a margin. It's like if you want to open up a bar, you need at least like $100,000. You know what I mean? Like,
damn.
Hell.
You know, and that's like because you're thinking. Well, it also depends on how you're building. Like, if you're going to a place that's already been built to be a bar, then it'll be less, obviously.
Right.
But you know, but like the liquor license, and there's like a license to sell after like 12, and then you need like just zoning, and it's a whole bunch of other stuff that you need
Security.
to take care of. Yeah,
Mostly.
safety code. Like you have to meet safety codes on a bunch of stuff. So yeah,
I just see the fire marshals having a field day with that, man.
yeah. It's always like they're always a pain like for anybody trying to.
I could see. I mean, it'd be fun. Be like, oh yeah, I own these bars, but oh man, that's hurting me.
That's stressful, yeah.
Yeah.
And like accounting teachers, just like the worst thing you can ever do: open up a restaurant or open up a bar because they have like the lowest success rates out of any business being made.
Yeah, they say like I forgot what the number was, like 90%. Like after their first year, don't make it or something.
Don't fail. I think within what was it between 3 to 6 months is it when you find out if it fails.
Yeah.
Because by that 6 months, you're already seeing your sales go down because something new's popping up. Some new's popping up or some old's popping up and getting better.
Yeah.
I think it's like us. So it's like the podcasting. Like at the beginning, everyone's gonna start like, oh no way, I'll go listen to you guys, and then everyone just starts slowly.
Yeah, it's like when you hit that little plateau.
So
where
everyone's just starts slowly, and then your numbers just kind of stay the same. So you're like, fucking hell.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's gonna happen. But like, it's just one of those things you gotta keep going at it, and then just keep pushing it.
Find a way to
pushing, and then hopefully eventually, like come up, like you're good. Make it.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're almost done. I guess I just want to ask you, do you have any advice for people that want to start? Like,
I would say, just start. Like that's the hardest thing. You know, if you really want to do it, don't think too much about it. Like, you might have an idea of how you want, like, say your podcast to end up or what, but the first couple ones, just get them out there. Don't try to script them. Don't try to be too particular. The hardest thing is just to do the damn thing. That's from the very beginning, you know. And I mean, that's something like Gary Vee says too. Is like, you know, there's a lot of people that are thinking, but no one's like doing shit.
the trigger.
So that's the hardest thing. Once you do it, once you pull the trigger on it, it'll get easier. So I mean, that's my advice.
I think I said in the last episode, we sound a lot better now than we did like when we first started. I watched that video, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I was looking at it actually because I was uploading it to the YouTube page because we're finally jumping on YouTube. I got like episodes 1 through 3 up there, and I'm just like, ooh, you know, that's kind of cringy, but you know what? Everybody starts somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
Have you ever looked back at your recordings or videos if you did videos back then?
When you first
Have
started?
you listened to them?
Yeah, no, I don't listen to them, but like, because I remember what they sounded like. I have listened to them, but and I'm looking at my old pictures that I took, and I'm just like, God damn, dude, this is bad. And I like, part of me wants to get rid of them, but then another part of me is just like, you know what? Like, fuck it, just leave them on.
I did it for historical reasons, so like, this is how we were back then, and then X amount of time later.
Actually, before we go, that's actually a great thing. Like, I was watching a bunch of like motivational posts from like Gary Vee, and he was talking about how he's making these videos, and like his grandkids are gonna watch him. It's like a legacy they're gonna know about, and I think that was pretty cool because each and one of us is doing that with our podcast. Like, even though YouTube's never gonna go down, everything's gonna be up online, so people like our kids can come and watch us and see how we were.
That's kind of the reason why I wanted to do it too, because I remember him talking about that, and I kind of want to leave something for the future, like, hey, how's my great granddad? Like, oh, how was grandpa? Like, well, he was a fucking asshole. Let me show you why.
Let me tell you why.
Let me tell you why I am the way I am. But he loved you, and then that would, because we don't get to hear what our grandparents were.
True.
Like, we don't get to see or hear how they lived their lives. We just hear from word of mouth. But in the future, you know, once you pass away, you get sent up in the cloud, however you want to live. They'll just plug in their device, and then they'll just listen. And that's history coming alive to them.
Yeah, it was like there's that meme that shows. I don't know if you've seen it, but it shows like a picture of like, oh, my dad's grandpa or whatever. It shows him like in a military uniform.
Oh, yeah.
He's all sophisticated. And it's just like my great grandpa's grandpa or my grandma or whatever. And she's like on Instagram, just like.
I mean, as much as we make fun of it, it's kind of true.
Yeah.
I'd be like, well, you know what? At least they get to see how we were, how our lives were. And maybe, you know, we might inspire them, or maybe they'll learn something from us. Yeah. All right, man. So we're gonna cut the episode there. But do you want to give the audience your social media anywhere that they so they can look at your page or contact you about anything?
Yeah, just hit us up on Instagram, liftsnlibations. Also, we have a Facebook. But we're on SoundCloud and iTunes, so we come out with like new episode like once a week. You know, give us a listen, leave some feedback, and let us know what y'all think, man. For sure.
Anything you guys want to leave? Nothing else last minute?
No, that's it for me.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a wonderful Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday. All right, guys.